Hi, this is Ken Jones with Just Florida TV, and today I'm here with Chris STERNS at Brite Homes. They build a high-performing, energy-efficient home, and I thought it would be amazing to put it on the TV show and have them talk to you all about the product and what they're doing out here. So Chris, tell me a little bit more about Brite Homes.
Well, Brite Homes, we feel like we're building the home of the future today. These homes are high-performance, energy-efficient homes. They're designed to produce more energy than they consume. Everything that you see in our homes is standard feature. There's about $30,000 worth of upgrades that's included in our homes. From the luxury plank flooring to the quartz countertops, we're now installing 42-inch cabinets with soft close doors and drawers, LED lighting throughout the entire home. Basically, it's an ecosystem. The homes are, as I said, designed to produce more energy than it consumes, and we do that through the ecosystem that's built out, starting from the shell of the home. That includes foam insulation inside the block walls. That does a couple of great things like superior insulation, so superior that the home is airtight. We have to provide a fresh air ventilation system because of that. The other thing it does is provide a great sound suppressant. And because the home is so airtight, again, we have to provide fresh air throughout the day, so there's a ventilation system that's attached to the HVA system that replenishes that fresh air. The other thing we do is we put foam insulation in the attic. The nice thing about that is that creates the barrier at the roof deck. Heat does not get past that roof deck, which means that from the roof deck to the ceiling of the home is a conditioned climate. The temperature up there is only 3 to 5 degrees warmer than the inside of this house.
What would it look like for a new home buyer where they would approach you, they were thinking about having one of these houses built or buying one that was existing in your inventory? So how, what does that process look like?
Well, we are a spec builder, so we're building over 100 homes just in Northport alone. Across the state, 500 to 600 homes. So we have a home that's available for somebody to immediately occupy, depending on their time frame. So for instance, between now and the end of the year, we'll probably have close to 40 homes that we will have built. They'll be well under contract before they're finished. We sell these homes before they're complete. So the process is pretty simple. We have homes that are in some sort of production level that we can take people, just like this home. This home was already sold. We can come out and show them an existing home and show them the quality of build. Then we have 240 lots in Northport, so they can pick out a lot or they can pick out a home that's in current production right now. Process is pretty simple. $5,000 deposit. We build the home, we jingle the keys when the home's ready, you close and you move in.
Okay. And if they have their own lot, can you help them build a house there as well?
Yes, it's a case-by-case basis. We'll go out and actually we'll help people participate in the purchase of a lot, because you can make a lot of bad mistakes purchasing a lot, but we'll go out and vet the lot with them. We'll send our surveyor out to actually shoot the elevation, make sure that there's not going to be too much in deficiencies. We allow for 50 loads of dirt, but sometimes these lots are below elevation and would require additional loads of dirt. So again, they need to know this up front, completely transparent.
Part of the cost,
Yeah.
Okay, great. Well, why don't we talk about the features in the home itself and some of the finishes that you're putting in, and windows and things like that, and all the things that make the product come together the way it does.
Great. So as I mentioned earlier, everything is included in the house, and when you walk in, what you see is what you get. So we have luxury plank flooring throughout the entire home, quartz countertops throughout the entire home. As I mentioned, we're going to 42-inch cabinets. LED lighting throughout, 9-foot ceilings. When people walk in these homes, they're just blown away by the view that they see when they walk in. We use a 16-SEER, 15 or 16-SEER train or carrier AC top of the line. It's a variable speed. As I mentioned, we have the fresh air ventilation system. Samsung stainless steel appliances is all included, except for washer and dryer. The garage is pretty neat because it's bumped out, so there's an extra 2 feet at one side of it, so for extra storage and what have you. The garage also has 9-foot ceilings, so as we all know in Florida, we use our garages as basements, so you could stack a lot of stuff in there. the home pretty much sells itself when you walk in.
Okay. It's a beautiful home, as you stated. So would a client be able to pick out any finishes at all? You build them just on an inventory basis, or how does that part of it work?
Well, we're caught up in a situation right now, two things. Because of the manufacturers working with less capacity, and the prices are continuing to increase. Permitting time has now been pushed out. What we do now is that the minute the home is approved in permitting, we issue the purchase orders to immediately purchase the materials for the home. And when we do that, then we have locked in the price. It used to be last year we had 6-month price guarantees, then it slid to 90 days, and now it's 7 days. How do you operate on a 7-day price guarantee? Yeah. So the way we've overcome that is we immediately issue POs. And again, just to lock in the price, but to make sure that material is delivered here on a timely basis. You know, since 2015, as you know, we've had an issue with more heads than beds. And since last year, the situation's gotten even worse. As you know, the resale market, there's hardly anything decent for sale out there. You know, the nice thing is that we're building the inventory. We're one of the few builders that are actually, you know, putting 100 homes in the ground at a single time. So the fact that we have this available inventory, as you know, we 3 weeks ago we sold out of everything. We've sold 40 homes here in the last less than the last 30 days. It's just been unbelievable.
It's really awesome that you have a great product and the time frame works for people that are moving here, and it really does stand above a lot of the other products that are out there for providing options for clients that are moving here. Let's talk a little bit more about the solar that you're putting on the roof. There's a few different options for people in Florida to put solar on houses, but I think you're doing it a little bit differently. There's something called the PACE program where people can have that added to their tax bill, and it stays with the house until the solar panels are paid off. But in this case, you're not doing it that way. So I'd like for the viewers to understand how you're doing it.
Well, again, solar can be purchased and included in the mortgage. It's basically about $100 a month to add it to your mortgage. It pays for itself. Before my solar kicked in, there's a special meter that goes on the house. It's called a net meter. It's pretty cool. It runs backwards during the day, so the sun hits the solar panels, provides all my energy for the day. It provides more than I can consume, so the excess gets sold off to the electric company. At nighttime, when the sun goes down, then you pull back from the grid. When the solar kicked in 100%, my bill dropped to 58. 37 of it was the actual energy cost. 15 was for the surge protector, and I do recommend everybody get a surge protector because of the thunderstorms. So again, for the first time in my life, I didn't have to jiggle the thermostat on a daily basis to try to keep my electric bill below $400, and now I don't have to worry about it. As I said, I set it and forget it. Appraisers tell us that beginning in 2023, they're going to start appraising homes based on their energy efficiency. They don't know how they're going to do it yet, but they're going to do it. With our homes, when you purchase it, you get a HERS certificate. It stands for Home Energy Rating System. That certificate is like the golf score. It's 0. You want 0. So you tuck that certificate away, and when you go to resell your home, you can bring that certificate out, and now the appraiser can appraise your home appropriately. But they tell us that our homes are going to appraise 10 to 15% more as a result of that. That's a huge amount of money. There actually is a certification they can obtain to become qualified to appraise homes that we build. And so we have to seek out, when there's an appraisal on a home, those specialists that have that certification to appropriately appraise our homes.
When I purchased my home, it was a pre-existing home that had solar, and the appraiser only put 3.7% extra as an adjustment on my appraisal, which was probably not enough, but at least he did recognize that there was additional value in the house.
Yeah, interesting enough, there's actually energy efficient mortgages out there that allow for appraisals to exceed the purchase price, I think up to 30% more.
So Chris, I noticed on your website that you say Brite Homes builds homes of the future today. So why don't you tell the audience what you're talking about with it?
10 years from now, we think that other builders will build homes the way we're building now. At this point, they're not. Only we are. So they're going to be catching up to us. And the fact that you can purchase one of our homes today, you're going to save $20,000 in electrical costs over the 10-year period. There's $30,000 worth of upgrades in this house. That's $50,000. And then you look at the tax credit you earn from it, then you look at the increased appraised value of our homes, it's well over $50,000. And I typically ask people, would $50,000 make a difference in your life? Absolutely it would.
Very good. So updates and things that are coming down the pike in the future for Brite Homes. Would you like to talk about what that looks like?
Yeah, we've talked about a few things of how we can enhance the houses even more. As I mentioned, we're going to 42-inch cabinets. I've had conversations about enhancing air filtration in the homes. We're living sheltered in more than ever. Certainly with people that the lifestyles have changed. It's interesting, I did some research. The amount of energy consumption residentially has increased 20 to 30% because you're using more energy at home, you're staying more at home more often, you've got more people living with you. All of these things are now the burden of the homeowner as opposed to going off to work. The workplace is empty. Nobody's working, they're working from home. And so it's interesting, we're having more conversations with people coming in, specifically seeking us out because of the energy efficient homes and asking for solar. As I mentioned, we're talking about putting the electric charge outlets in the garage in anticipation of people needing to charge their electric vehicles. So we're kind of trying to stay ahead with what's happening. And then our objective when we build our homes is to build a high quality, affordable home. But the big objective is lower cost of ownership. Everybody thinks about monthly payment, but nobody thinks about the maintenance. What's it cost me to maintain this home? If you take the biggest expense, electric, out of it, that's huge. And then again, making the home more pleasant and enjoyable to live in. And that's what's great about living in a Brite home.
So in the past, people used to look at solar panels and those types of technology as a hedge against rising energy costs. And so have you looked into what that will look like in the future and whether or not you'll have to add additional solar panels to the houses down the road, or if there's anything in the future or any thoughts that are going into what that looks like?
A couple of things. One, when we talk to people, we explain to them that we typically design the home where the solar panels will produce 107 to 100% of their annual energy needs. But I said, that's based on your lifestyle. So for instance, several people have said, I'm going to have a pool. Time out, we need to add more solar panels. Or I anticipate having more people live here than what you may have planned for. Again, we can add those additional solar panels. And then if you get down the road and you find out that you're consuming more than you're producing, again, they can always come back and add more solar panels. What will solar panels look like in the future?
Yeah.
I think you look at cell phones and kind of see what's happened with cell phones. Yeah. They've got technology where they're building them into tiles, roof tiles, but it's actually ultra expensive right now to do that. So I imagine these, the panels are good for 25 years, and when it's time to replace them, we'll see this morphing and evolving into something, that you and I can't even imagine and
Sure.
think about what it could be.
Yeah, when all this technology becomes obsolete and we replace it, it will be an interesting time to see where that has all gone. What about one of the things that I always think about, because when everybody starts to use electric cars and needing to charge at home, and there's additional demand on the power grid for things like that, obviously supply and demand will most likely cause electric prices to go up. So at some point in time, you will want to produce more electricity on your own so that you don't have to buy it from the electric company, because that will be more expensive than electricity produced by your own solar panels.
Well, you made an interesting comment, produce your own energy. So when you have solar, you own it. You control how much you're going to use and how much you sell off to the grid.
Provided that you're producing enough to support whatever you're needing at the time.
Right. So again, the concept is that you'll produce more than you can consume, so that excess gets sold off to the electric company. And again, at the end of the year, the objective is to have a zero energy cost.
All right, well, I hope you really enjoyed this opportunity to meet with Chris STERNS here on Just Florida TV. And if you'd like to reach out to Chris and learn more about his products or go see him in person, you can find his information right below. And thanks very much for watching Just Florida TV.
Thanks, Ken. I appreciate the opportunity and looking forward to serving you. Contact me anytime. Thank you.
So if you're interested in learning more about these homes, make sure you mention Just Florida TV when you inquire about the house, and we'd love to help you out.
Thank you. Appreciate it.